like Boucher, and these guys know how to win. They haven't found that yet, but they're the most dangerous side in the league right now because of that very reason, that they're due and they're a team right now with nothing to lose.
Mind you, some might say the same thing about your side after last week. White hot in that win over the Hawks. How do you keep that momentum going?
Yeah, it's a good question. That's something that I think for us is the challenge. Obviously, our best defensive display last week and maintaining that throughout the game. Look, that's the ultimate for us. If we can do that and if we can wear teams down like that and really assert ourselves, then we certainly have enough firepower offensively. So we'll just keep harping on about the defense. And look, at last week the guys were great, and but today with the Rangers team is a different challenge.
Good luck for it, Judd.
Cheers.
So there's the thoughts of Judd Flavel and Dylan Boucher respectively, ahead of tonight's clash between the Super City Rangers and the Southland Sharks. He certainly looks nice and relaxed, doesn't he, always before the game, Judd Flavel, but I guess, Dan, the big issue for him this week is probably getting his side focused again, particularly after that near faultless performance they laid down against the Hawks 5 days ago.
Yeah, well, it could be tough. I mean, as you say, Sharks came off by far their game of the season, and looking at the video, I'm sure there was a lot of highlights, not so many work-ons. So again, being able to come out here with a chip on the shoulder and being able to bring what's needed to take out this Rangers side that, as we say, certainly has the talent to come in here and potentially do some damage.
So let's have a look at that lineup then. Let's start firstly with the home side, the SIT Zero Fees Southland Sharks. And as we say, very deep roster. In fact, there is a handful of these Sharks players, in fact 6 of them that are averaging 11 points or more so far in terms of points per game. Luke Aston, of course, the outside threat. Tinashe Matabanadzo, it's a big night actually for young Tinashe, who suits up for the first time for the Southland Sharks. Ruben Tarangi, he's been able to actually ease his way into the NBL this year, just nursing a little bit of a knee injury on the back of his Bullets campaign with the NBL. Daron Rokawa, Jared Weeks, of course, running the point. Those two have been in the thick of everything. Orlando Coleman, of course, the American import, alongside Connor Morgan, the Canadian too. Gee, they've made a big impact. James Hunter, Tom Vodanovic, you keep going through the list. A couple of locals, and Andrew Wheeler and Lyden Aoki, and then, of course, the chief, Alex Pledger, as well. That is one deep roster.
Well, you said it, Nick. Key for this season so far has been the bench for the Sharks has been outstanding. So that depth will be a challenge for the Rangers tonight, who are obviously short-handed, and something that is going to be key in this one.
So if we have a look then at the opponent, and here they are, you can just see in terms of the length of the team list the difference there, and also you should factor in that, of course, one of their keys, Clayton Wilson, who we know set an NBL record for 11 three-pointers just a couple of weeks ago, still nursing that ankle injury. So he didn't go last weekend up against the Rams. He's not going to go here tonight, as you heard from Dylan Boucher. So that's a big blow for the visitors. Ana Haku knows this territory really well, of course, having spent a season or two in Sharks colours. Lindsay Tate, what do you say about the man? Here he is, and such a key man again tonight. Daniel Green, Junior Ali, Dominic Kalman-Poto, Devon Scott, Dylan Boucher, the ageless Dylan Boucher, and Marcel Jones as well, completing the lineup as well. Bit of a tall order in this one for the visitors, you'd have to think, Dan.
Well, will be a tall order for the Rangers coming in, and again, travelling on game day down to cold old Invercargill to try and pip this Sharks team that is really hot right now. Look, there's some guys on this Rangers team that certainly are capable of putting points on the board. So this will be an interesting one. Start will be key for the Rangers here.
Yeah, well, they've shown enough at times, and that's as Dylan Boucher was alluding to. You saw them lead the Saints, and actually pull out to a big lead against them before ultimately getting overrun in that particular game. And they just haven't been able to quite yet string that 40-minute performance together. As you have a look at the bench there for the Sharks, Connor Morgan to left of screen, and here's the key man really, who, as you can see there, his towel work's been impeccable as well. He's wrapped in it just in the background there on screen. Jared Weeks, certainly the key man when you look at that, leading the Sharks in points per game at just a tick under 20.
Well, he's been sensational, Nick, to start this season. New player for the Sharks. coming in, having to steer the ship and leading the team in scoring right now, 19 a game. Shooting the ball lights out from the 3 at 50% and still averaging 4.5 assists per game as well. So doing it all right now for the Sharks is Jarryd Weeks.
So getting ourselves set for the 2 starting 5s to be announced. Starting, of course, with the 2 Cheap Cars Super City Rangers.
And the starting 5 tonight, and the number 4 is Lindsay Tate as their captain. And number 10 tonight, Junior Hale. Number 11, Dominic Kelman Poto. Number 22, Devin Scott. And number 34, Marcel Jones.
So there's the starting 5 for the visiting 2 Cheap Cars Super City Rangers. And now, as has become custom here at the Shark Tank, the crescendo builds for the introduction of the home team.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Thursday night action here at ILT Stadium Southland.
Hey Sharks fans, keep reading it loud. This is our house. Let's defend our waters. Are you with the Sharks fans? Let's go.
Alright, Sharks fans, let's get up on your feet and let's get welcome to bring on your starting 5 tonight. Here we go, number 5, and their captain tonight, Ruben Tanami. And the number 9 it is, Jarryd Weeks. And bring him out with the number 16, it is Connor Morgan. And in the number 10 tonight, Orlando Coleman. And bringing out the Sharks, it is the Chief, number 35, Alex Fletcher. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for basketball.
Certainly is time for basketball, and we're ready to go streaming live here, courtesy of the Sal's NZ NBL, live out of ILT Stadium, Southland and Invercargill for the SIT Zero Fees Southland Sharks up against the 2 Cheap Cars Super City Rangers. 2 plays 8 on the points table, but as we well know, any combination that can roll out Tate, Jones, Boucher and co, they are certainly not to be taken lightly. And it's been the continuing focus for the Sharks after back-to-back 30-point victories over the Jets 2 weeks ago here in Invercargill, and then last Saturday night up against the Taylor Hawks, to try and keep those standards up. Let's see if those words are going to be taken, and immediately it's not exactly the way you'd want to start it as Dominic Kelman Poto gets us underway. Pledger with the tip, but he was able to get in there and snaffle it, and then leak out for the opening basket now. First possession for the Sharks. It's Orlando Coleman who's going to pull up with the jumper and gets it to go.
Rangers coming out in a 2-3 zone to start this one. Orlando Coleman able to get into a spot. Nice pull-up jumper to get himself going.
So that allows the crowd to get in their chairs again. This is tradition here in Invercargill. Stay on their feet until the opening basket. Now Ali pulls up and gets it to go too, and we'll give you 3 for that. So it's a good start from the Rangers. 2 from 2 from the field. Here goes another pull-up jumper from Coleman, and he replies in kind.
Again, Coleman, mid-range jumper wide open. Great start for him.
So early possessions, we'll start picking up some of these combinations. Jones has Tarangi on him. Now, they're all dropping, aren't they? For both ends of the court.
Great start for the Rangers. Another good look there from Scott. Pulling up, challenges now. Can they get stops on the defensive end?
Well, no one's playing much defence at the moment at either end of the court. Weeks finding Morgan. There's Tarangi, and have a look at that drive in the baseline. A little too easy there for Ruben Tarangi.
Well, you said it, Nick, too easy. Poor close out in the back of the zone, and Tarangi, easy drive to the rim and an easy finish.
So now Harley pulls up, and that's going to roam around and out. So finally we get a missed field goal. And Coleman's happy with how his jump shot's looking. On this occasion, just a little too heavy. As Jones was calling for the ball, leaking out. He's finally going to get it now. And he's got Pledger on him. Now Harley been in the thick of everything. He's not afraid to pull up as well. That won't go. Coleman with the rebound. So she's a bright start here in Invercargill. Crowds build up nicely here, actually. Not easy sometimes on the Thursday night. And certainly not when it's about -4 degrees as it is outside, as Weeks drives to the basket and gets the roll off the home rim.
Great drive, Jared Weeks. Bumped off, got the contact, able to finish.
Boy, that's been the feature, hasn't it, of Weeks' play, just that acceleration from 0 to 100 in a very short space of time.
He is a great athlete, and as you see there, able to get to the rim at will.
Jones off the Sharks, so it will stay Rangers ball. A couple of minutes into this one, 8-7, early lead for the home side. But points are plenty early in this one. As Tate's on the handle, Weeks all over him, and shot clock runs dry.
Poor awareness there from the Rangers. Shot clock violation, no one aware. Have to be able to communicate that one.
So the Sharks starting with Weeks, Coleman now, who's also going to drive his way to the rack. Nice and easy there, and they're going to eat all day if you're going to let them do that, the Sharks.
And another straight line drive there, Nick, as Scott rims out the jump shot.
And Connor Morgan's making a habit of stuffing the stat sheet in the areas with a defensive rebound as well. And he's happy to shoot from outside as well.
Great look, Connor Morgan, very capable three-point shooter. Hasn't got a whole lot of looks up this season yet for the Sharks, but something that we're looking to see if he's able to do.
So Sharks jump out to a 6-point lead early in this one as well. And now they go to work inside. Kalman Poto, that's the bottom of the rim. Manages to get the rebound now. Scott drives on Pledger, and that's a travel. And that'll be another turnover as well. So the early signs aren't good here for the Rangers, and Jeff Green's had enough for the moment as well too. And he'll get the arms going in true fashion. And we'll call the timeout. So just 6 points the deficit at 13-7, but you'd have to say there's the odd danger sign already that's starting to appear.
Well, Nick, the Rangers giving up at the moment a league worst 108 points per game, and early signs, a couple of very clean looks for the Sharks to start this one. So certainly danger signs. Good time out here from Jeff Green. They need to talk about their defence and tidy things up.
So Morgan already with one from the three-point land and a nice lay-in as well, has 5. Orlando Morgan with a couple of those field goals early as well, has 4 quickly. And Junior Ale leading it for the Rangers at the moment with that sole three-pointer. Field goals each to Kalman Poto and Devon Scott as well. So pretty impressed actually with how this ILT Stadium crowd has rolled in as well too. I'd have to say that, if it's live streamed as it is, and it's not that warm outside, it would have been easier to stay on the couch actually. But they're a hardy bunch down here in Invercargill.
Yeah, that's good to see, Nick. Filled in pretty quickly, as you said. And what better place to be in Invercargill on a Thursday night than in the Shark Tank, especially after the great start the Sharks have had at home as the Sharks inbound and start their offense.
Yeah, it's been interesting, isn't it? Over the last couple of years, you've had a Shark side as Morgan gets the little jumper, but won't go. So away come the Rangers. The Sharks certainly have been almost a defence-first team over the last couple of seasons, haven't they? Boy, they have got so many scoring options, and there's another one for the Rangers in the form of Marcel Jones. They need him to get going tonight.
They do, Nick, and that's a nice shot kissing it off the glass for Marcel. He's going to have a great game on the offensive end, score a few points here to help this Rangers side get over the line.
Great feed, won't go, can't get the finish. Pledger, it's a beautiful pass from Connor Morgan. And now here come the Rangers, lays it up and in.
And that's what they do well, Nick. They get out in transition, push the ball, attack the rim. Sharks have got to get back and protect in transition.
Connor Morgan left alone. He can't get it to go though, and Jones comes up with the rebound as well too. So tell you what, it was an opportune timeout as Lindsay Tate drives to the hole, and he almost gets it to go. Pledger can't control it. Weeks can though, and here they are on the fast break. Away to Coleman, and he's fouled. Couldn't get it to drop for the and one, but he'll go to the line to shoot two. So I think one thing's for certain, it's going to be a nice open game of basketball.
Yeah, absolutely, Nick. Both teams getting out in transition early should be a good spectacle for the fans here in Invercargill.
First foul called on Marcel Jones, and it'll send Coleman to the line for the opening free throw attempts of the night.
The pace of this game, Nick, Rangers will have to be wary. A lot of shots going up, and the short bench that they have, foul trouble will be something they'll have to watch.
Coleman 1 from 2 from his first trip to the line. And with that cut to the basket that he has, he spends a fair bit of time there at the free throw line. And so he's got the Sharks out to a 3-point lead mid stages of this opening quarter. Full court pressure. Now Jones is going to take Pledger on and gets it to drop nicely. Turned around looking for the foul call, didn't get it. Brings the margin back to just 1.
Nice take, and Sharks are going to have to be careful with their extended pressure, not giving up shots at the rim like that as Tarangi misses an open one and Morgan with the tip.
Well, he's some physical athlete, Connor Morgan. For those of you that know the story, he was actually a point guard through most of his high school basketball career. And in the first couple of years at high school, as Jones pulls up, can't get it to drop. But second chance here for the Rangers. He grew about 6 inches in the space of 6 months. And so he's still got all those silky skills from a point guard point of view as Boucher gets one to go off the glass. And back to that 1-point game. As Tarangi has a look at the basket now, and he's going to feed it to Coleman, and then it'll go. This time it drops from Orlando Coleman, and he'll have a chance for a 3-point play.
Rangers are going to have to do a better job of containing on the perimeter penetration on that one there. Great drive and dish by Tarangi to Coleman at the rim.
But Tarangi and Pledger sit as James Hunter and Luke Aston check into the game. Pledger just looked a little bit ginger as he walked over to the bench there. I don't know if he might have copped that Marcel Jones knee, I think, on that Jones drive to the basket a moment or two ago as well. So the big fella might be a little shaken up. And here's Coleman, who's got his range now. And he does convert on the 3-point play. So good start for Orlando Coleman. He's got 6 early, and this one's out of court. It'll be Sharks ball. As Haku couldn't take the bullet pass. So Sharks with possession and a 4-point lead early here in Invercargill. And the Sal's NBL streaming live. Weeks into Hunter, and turnaround jump shot goes.
Nice catch and finish for James Hunter.
And then he's up at the other end, putting pressure on Jones and able to get the defensive rebound as well. So it's a nice period of play for Hunter. And there goes Coleman, blocked at the other end as well. It is end-to-end action here as Tate lays it off. Haku drives, now kicks it out to Jones. Boucher, top of the key inside. And up and it goes from the Rangers again. And Devon Scott's making his presence felt early in this one for the Super City Rangers.
Encouraging start for the Rangers. Another good finish for Scott, able to get good looks right on the rim to start this one.
Here goes Weeks, pulling up from 3-point land. And the first from outside falls for Jared Weeks. 7-point margin now with just a tick under 3 minutes to play. Jones is going to have a look at the hoop and can't get it to drop. Haku can't come up with the rebound, and Orlando Coleman's on the fast break again, and he's into the bleachers. There's Orlando Coleman. So that's a nice close-up shot there for our official Sharks photographer.
Yeah, Monica Terug took a big hit there. Well done, Monica.
Hope you got it on film. Rokawa checking in now as Connor Morgan and Jared Weeks takes a seat. Tom Vodanovic also into the game. And it's going to be Rokawa who will inbound it. Sharks ball, leading by 7. What have they got cooked up? Not a lot, actually.
Good defensive set there from the Rangers, forcing the 5-second violation on the inbounds.
I tell you, he's been one of the features, hasn't he, Daron Rokawa, too? You can just see him growing literally on a year-by-year basis, can't you? And, you know, another year in the Breakers development, part of the Tall Blacks setup as well. As there's a voucher feed that goes astray. Scott couldn't come up with it as it cannoned into the backboard. Vodanovic now is going to drive, and his little floater drops nicely for Tom Vodanovic, who's been another addition to the Sharks squad this year and has impressed.
Oh, he's been great, Nick, and on that one there, nice poise to be able to stop and finish with good touch as that one comes off the rim, and another transition set for the Sharks.
Hunter inside and draws the contact, draws the foul, and he'll go to the line to shoot a couple.
There you see the size of the Sharks. An issue as James Hunter gets a really low seal there on Daniel Green. And he's a physical player, James Hunter, and good seal there, get himself on the line to shoot 2.
James Hunter.
Hunter, of course, another that's came to Invercargill last year and benefited in terms of earning a Breakers contract. Ultimately, he was cut loose mid-season by the NBL franchise. He also spent some time as part of the Tall Black setup and the New Zealand Select setup as well too. And you can just tell coming into this season as well. And great Nick. And performed well over the opening month. That one cannons off Luke Aston as Boucher tried to thread the needle, and here goes Luke towards the basket, and again able to draw contact there on Junior Ali.
And Luke Aston, another player, as you mentioned, Nick, that has come off some good experience, able to link in with the Tall Blacks last season off the end of his Sharks season. So another Sharks player that's returned with a few more tools in the belt. And he's off to another good start here in this one.
Yeah, it's the nice thing, I guess, that Coach Judd Flavel's been able to bring this season, that Kiwi core that, of course, has served the side so well, and now also to be able to bring in 3 imports, the quality of Weeks, Coleman and Morgan. There is still, even though you've got that consistency in the squad and that continuity year to year, there's a real freshness about not just the lineup, but also the way they're playing, I guess, too, in terms of the spectacle, I guess, they're putting on here in Invercargill, certainly over the last couple of weeks. Here's Scott on Hunter. That's a good contest. He gets it up finally, and in the end, he does well. Devon Scott there to draw the contact and get himself towards the line. He was well defended there by Hunter.
James Hunter disappointed on that one. Thought he was vertical, possibly just a little bit on the side, and extending that arm out. Scott able to get himself to the foul line.
Make some noise. We want those burgers. We want those burgers. Here we go, Sharks. Really putting the fire out.
And as you alluded to, Nick, I think as an NBL franchise, you're always looking to upgrade and improve, and certainly Sharks have been able to do that, both bringing in 3 new imports, but as you say, the guys that have come back have improved as Scott knocks down the second free throw. Certainly something that the Sharks are looking to do is build for the future, and certainly the offensive end is a place where they have improved as Luke Aston misses that one off the rim.
Yeah, that they have, because here we are with still 1 minute to play as Aston goes up and grabs up at the other end. They got 30 on the board already, and they've done that pretty easily. There's Vodanovic. Does he get it to go? He can't get the kiss off the glass. Nearly gets away from Ali, nearly gets away from him again. And we're inside the last minute of the opening quarter here in Invercargill. Sharks by 11. That lead blew out quickly. Marcel Jones with a nice easy run to the basket there as well too, which won't please the Sharks bench.
And that's what Marcel Jones wants to do. He wants to be able to isolate and go one-on-one. On that one, a good drive to the rim as Hunter's shot comes off the back rim.
9 points the margin. Rangers will try and close this one up. Ali with the feed. He gets it back, probably more out of good luck than good management, but they'll take him any way they can, and that breaks it down to 7 with just a tick under 20. In fact, the shot clock's turned off now, so the Sharks will probably settle here for the last shot of the quarter. Lead as many as 11. A couple of back-to-back baskets, though, bringing it back a little for the Rangers as Rokawa sets the play. He's going to pull up, uncontested 3, and he can't get it to go. Tipped in by Bogdanovic as time runs on the first quarter. So the last say is there for the Sharks, and they'll take a 9-point lead into quarter time at 32-23.
Well, Tom Bogdanovic, Nick, so active around the rim and able to get a good bit of positioning there and good tip to close the quarter out. It's a fast-paced game. Certainly the Sharks have shown that they're more than happy to play this one at a fast tempo, and obviously with the short roster the Rangers have tonight, that'll be a tough one for them to be able to keep up this tempo for the 40 minutes.
So Orlando Coleman leading all scorers in that first quarter with 8. Marcel Jones and Devon Scott both have half a dozen each for the Rangers. Connor Morgan also has 7 for the Sharks. Dominique Kalman-Poto leading the rebound count with 4. Pledger, Coleman and Morgan all have 2 apiece. So plenty of action at the offensive end. Rangers going at 52% from the field, currently 10 of 19. And the Sharks 54%, 12 of 22. So there's some wide open looks out there, and they're knocking them down.
Yeah, and the Rangers will be encouraged with this start. They're able to get some good looks on the offensive end and get going a little bit. However, 32 points in the first quarter for the Sharks is certainly too much for the Rangers to give up. Obviously playing a lot of zone there in the first quarter, and they're going to have to tidy up a few things on that defensive end to see if they can stem the flow here for the Sharks.
Yes, well, of course, we mentioned earlier, for those of you just tuning in late, Clayton Wilson not suited up for the Rangers here tonight. Of course, that ankle injury still bothering him, so he is not lining up. And, you know, there's a guy averaging 20 points per game or just under that and shooting 54% from three-point land as well, too. So that does... Must admit, when that news filtered through to Sharks coach Judd Flavel down courtside, he was reasonably happy to hear that. Because unquestionably, there's a key guy, obviously, that you would wrap a lot of your thinking around. But no Clayton Wilson, also no Timpani Friday as well. So it is just that, what is it, 8-man roster that the Rangers have to call on. So they're going to have to try and spread the minutes as best they can, because as Dan Peck alluded to, we have had plenty of up and down in that first 10 minutes. So underway in the second quarter, and there's the first turnover, and almost another one too, as Bogdanovic's got busy hands up there. Green puts it up, won't drop. Scott's there, blocked by Hunter, out of court. It's going to stay Rangers ball.
Good scramble from the Sharks to get back in transition there, snuff that one out. Sharks zoning their out of bounds set here again.
He gets himself free, and there's going to be some contact there called on Bogdanovic. So we'll retry the inbound play.
And also Porter Stewart.
So Junior Ali and Marcel Jones. Shot is up and good off the glass.
And he will take that. Kalman-Poto banked from the top from 3. 3 points.
Aston and Rokawa working together. Now Rokawa getting himself isolated, gets a free look to Luke Aston. And again, he's not able to get it to go. So Away come the Rangers once more, trying to close this one up. Good start to the second quarter. Jones pulls up, and that is wet. So we're suddenly, in a blink of an eye, back to a 3-point game. 32-29. Sharks have come out stone cold from the quarter break. From the field.
That's encouraging signs for the Rangers to see Marcel get going.
Here goes Hunter trying to get to work outside, and again that one's going to come unstuck for them as Ale comes away with it. And look out, over the scorer's bench he goes. Looks like he's okay. Well, she's all go. We've got photographers in the firing line. We've got the score bench in the firing line as well. And at the moment, the Sharks in the firing line as well, because the Rangers have come out of that quarter time break and they've scored 6 straight to close the game back up to 32-29. So this time it's Judd Flavel, obviously, that needs to try and reset things a little.
And this is the dangers that we talked about with this Rangers squad. Capable on the offensive end, they got some scoring punch, and concerning signs seeing Marcel Jones able to get going a little bit now. Good timeout from Judd Flavel to see if he can reset things for the Sharks.
So of course we're in round 5 of the Sal's NBL. Tomorrow night the Cigna Saints hosting the Go Media Jets at TSB Bank Arena in Wellington, and also we've got the Mike Pero Nelson Giants who'll be looking to bounce back from that loss to the Rams last weekend up against the Taranaki Augusta Mountaineers. That one in Nelson on Friday night. Live stream action for you later in the weekend as well. We're in business from Cow Stadium in Christchurch on Saturday evening with the Wheeler Motor Canterbury Rams up against the Mountaineers. And then we've got a Sunday double header for you as well. But you can choose your options on that one with the Saints against the Hawks. That'll be a good clash from Wellington. And then the Rangers travel back home to take on the Nelson Giants. So that is the way around 5 of the Sal's NBL lines up. And here go the Rangers looking to close this game right up. Ali. And he's done just that. We got a tied ball game. A minute and a half into the second quarter. 32 apiece. That's a 9-0 run out of quarter time for the Super City Rangers.
Good look, Junior Ali. Judd Flavel electing to throw some extended pressure into the zone. He will mix up the defences as Tyrone gets a mid-range shot up and clears the board, does Marcel Jones.
Kawa and Scott. Oh, good hands by Tarangi, who got him up there, and who was able to knock it into Tom Vodanovic. And Aston brings it down. Here goes Rokawa again, wide open. And again, they're not dropping at all, but Vodanovic does a great job. Rokawa thought about it, decided not to pull the trigger. Now Vodanovic will. Still don't go. Boy, oh boy. Someone may have left the door open here in Invercargill because it's got cold down that end of the court for the Sharks.
Yeah, with Sharks just looking a little bit hesitant. They're getting wide open, looks from the 3. Just lost a little bit of confidence there as Green pulls up short on the floater and Hunter clears the board.
So tied ball game here in Invercargill. You wouldn't have said that when the Sharks led by as many as 11 in that opening quarter. But the Rangers, they haven't travelled all this way just to make up the numbers. Here goes Rokawa on Scott, and that's well defended. That's off the foot of Kelman Poto and out of court rather fortuitously for the Sharks. And now both benches are being cleared. And I say that honestly because there's no one on the Rangers bench now with their 3 checking in. And likewise for the Sharks. Morgan, Pledger and Weeks back in the game, and Coleman. So it's almost a straight swap. That gives you an idea about what Judd Flavel thinks so far. Coleman with the finger roll, and there you go.
Coleman
can go through that rim down there.
Coleman able to attack the seams in the zone again. Nice floater there, able to get it up and in. Tough finish.
So another whistle on the Sharks. So the Rangers will reset, trailing by 2. First foul called on Luke Aston. Boucher and Jones getting together. Aston getting busy on defence. Up it goes from Marcel Jones, and there it drops. He's starting to heat up now as Jones. He's into double figures. Has 12, and that's starting to be a worry for the Southland Sharks. Here goes Connor Morgan all the way to the rack. He can't get it to drop. Pledger comes up with the offensive board and draws the contact to go to the line.
Here you see the size at the rim for the Sharks. Morgan able to get to the rim and extend, and then big Alex Pledger on the follow. Tall timber for the Sharks.
Happy 9th birthday to you today. Happy birthday, Baxter.
So the Rangers with their first lead of the night. Jones in double figures already, has 12. Coleman also has 10. So it's a bit of a track meet here in Invercargill at the moment. Around about 3.5 minutes into this one, second quarter. Pledger can't get the second one to go. And we stay knotted together at 35 apiece. Here goes Lindsay Tate, up and under and in.
Lindsay Tate.
Lindsay Tate, the veteran there, able to sneak down the baseline and squeak one off the glass. Nice finish from Lindsay Tate. Still got a few tricks in the bag.
There goes Aston from outside. What's he got? He's got it to go.
And finally, the Sharks able to take the lid off of that rim as Lukey knocks one down, and looks like
it's a Sharks ball, was it? Referees are going to huddle up, and
don't forget, Sharks fans, when the Rangers
what do we got?
The line,
Jump ball.
2 in a row, thanks to
Position arrow for the Rangers.
Tonight,
So it'll be Rangers ball.
cheeseburgers before midnight. If we had 2 from the line missed from the Rangers, it's all up to you, the mighty Sharks fans here tonight.
So you'd have to say the Rangers are rolling now. And we've seen this, you know, on occasions. As we were talking with Dylan Boucher before the game, it's their key focus to try and get it going for 40. Block from Connor Morgan on Marcel Jones. And now Coleman finds Tarangi inside to Pledger. And he's going to have his way at the rim. Alex Pledger.
Good patience from Pledger at the rim there. Sharks need to get back in transition defence, as they do.
Lindsay Tate pushing the pace. Looking inside for Jones, can't find him. And now Kelman Poto charges into Pledger and gets it to go off the glass. So the Rangers certainly here to play. Got a contest on our hands here at Invercargill. Opening match coming to you live in round 5. Turn around, all around and in, and tipped in by Pledger.
Alex Pledger.
There goes Tate, dropping it off. Kelman Poto had all the time in the world. And now Boucher drops it off to Haku. Kicks it back out. Now Kelman Poto's got acres of space, rattles around and into the hands of Jared Weeks for the Sharks. And Weeks cruises to the basket. Oh, it's a thing of beauty when he gets in motion.
Great Euro step and transition, Jared Weeks. Have a step to the left and then slow himself down to finish it off the glass.
So Sharks jump back out to a 5-point lead. What's Boucher from outside? A little heavy, but Kelman Poto's going to come up with it, although he's out of court. So it'll be Sharks ball.
A rare 3 there from Dylan Boucher. Sharks,
I don't know if he wanted to, did he?
Well, Sharks making it clear that they want to play right off Dylan Boucher and stick to other guys, challenging him to shoot that one there.
Here's Coleman going to work. Around and in. Again, Pledger's going to get up and grab that, and he can't get it to go. Coleman eventually gets it to drop through, and he gets a bit of the old Coleman flex going there as well.
Well,
as the Sharks out to 7.
Offensive rebounds right now, a major issue for the Rangers. Plenty of second chance looks for the Sharks.
Yep, leading that stat 9-5. probably get 11-5 now. There's the turnaround and nice touch there from Kelman Poto. He's been in it, hasn't he?
Well, Nick, he's capable down in the low block there. He looks very comfortable. Another nice move as Weeks.
Weeks 8.
He is lights out, Nick. You just cannot leave him.
He got Tate up in the air then and was able to just get nothing but net there. And here goes Kelman Poto again, blocked by Pledger. Up they go, Tarangi will come up with it, and away come the Sharks. So it's a game of runs at the moment. Here's Weeks, look to pull up. Now he got it inside to Pledger, and that's going to do everything but drop. And the big fella can't believe that it didn't go down. Tate loses the handle almost, but does well actually to regather before it's out of court. Now he drives on Weeks, step back, and that's the class of Lindsay Tate.
Patented move there for Lindsay Tate, able to get in the lane, and he has the ability to be able to step back off that 1 foot. It's a shot that he's made throughout his career. Nice.
Oh, there's Morgan putting Boucher on his can, and coming up with 2 more to push the Sharks through the 50 barrier already with 2 minutes to play. Tate to the glass, can't get it to drop, but he is able to draw contact.
Again, for the Sharks, you have to get bodies back on the rim. Lindsay Tate lives in transition, and nice hesitation move there, able to get on the rim again, get himself to the line.
Another foul called there on Ruben Tarangi. It's 2 for Tarangi.
One of the greatest in the league, Lindsay Tate. Come on, show some love, make some noise.
Tate's first free throw doesn't drop.
Good starters for the Sharks have done a good job coming back in and turning the tide a little, but there should be some concerns here. I think the game's just a little too open right now, Nick. Playing into the Rangers style of play. They're able to get some great looks right now, which is what they're after.
So Tate misses 2 free throws, and Weeks misses with his 3 ball, but it's into the hands of Orlando Coleman.
Excellent close out there from Ali. Another offensive rebound, but those ones there, air ball's toughest rebound in basketball to be able to secure. Bad luck.
So we're out to double figures now, at 53-43. Scott, who we haven't seen as much of after a very busy opening quarter. Here come the Sharks again. Tarangi looking inside. This time Ali got the hands up, and it's going to be another one on Ruben Tarangi, so that'll be 3. So it may well mean that he'll take a seat, and looks like Luke Axton is going to check in on this one. Tarangi remonstrating a little, as you can see there on screen. But they don't often change them. And so it's just a tick over a minute left in this opening half. The lead is 10 points.
And Ruben Tarangi had a slow start to the season by his high standards, but again, he's played some bigger minutes in the Australian NBL for the Bullets this season, coming straight off that campaign, and also Tall Blacks, so he's had a busy season. Again, a luxury for the Sharks to be able to bring in some depth to be able to cover Ruben in early foul trouble.
So crowd have already got their money's worth here tonight. There is a local promotion that has been running where a little bit like the Australian NBL. 2 missed free throws leads to free burgers, and that's what Lindsay Tate delivered for the crowd on his last trip to the line. So now Junior Ali will try and right the ship, and does with his first, to bring the margin back into single figures. And 2 from 2 for Ali. So 53-45, approaching 1 minute to play in this first half. Aston pulls up, and it's going to fall again for Coleman. So again, you talk about those second chance points, Dan. Here's another opportunity. Here goes Coleman, cutting to the rim. Oh, Scott got up and got a hand on it, and away goes Lindsay Tate on the fast break. And there's the answer from Jared Weeks.
Oh my, Nick. Look at the athleticism. Weeks able to get back and cover a great block at the rim.
It's Jared Weeks here tonight.
Oh boy, they've showed that replayed on the big screen. That was some don't argue. But still Rangers ball. Inside the last minute, trailing by 8. Ali turnaround, won't go. Falls for Connor Morgan.
Great attack on the rim. Orlando Coleman able to finish the left hand. Jones hands off to Green. Scott posting up Pledger. And doesn't get the roll as Orlando Coleman clears for the Southland Sharks. 5 seconds on the clock. As Coleman knocks down the mid-range pull up again.
And then we have the
Sharks close out the half with a 12-point lead, leading the Super City Rangers 57 to 45.
Now with Nick Jeffries. Great to have you along here for your Thursday night entertainment.
We now cross courtside to Nick Jeffries, who is standing by with Alex Pledger.
Thanks, guys. With us, Chief 57 to 45. You're going to take a 12-point lead in, but that was an interesting first half. Talk us through it.
Yeah, it's a fast-paced game. They're a team that likes to get up and down, so stopping them in transition is a key. But running the other way, they allow you to get opportunities like that as well. And we've done a good job being aggressive, pushing the ball, and hopefully we can work on this lead second half.
They've come to play, though, eh? I mean, they're going to be no pushover in the second half.
Oh no, people might look at their record and underestimate them a little bit, but they've got a lot of experience. They've got good imports, and just like any team, if you don't come to play, they'll beat you.
Good stuff, mate. Good luck for the second half.
Just thank you.
We'll bring in Lindsay Tate here as well. Mate, you deserve probably to be a bit closer at half-time, than when you look up and see a margin like that. I guess that's what a side like the Sharks can do to you.
Yep, you're right.
Thoughts on that? On the second half? What do you think the conversation will be at half-time in your shed?
Same as usual for us. We've got to pick up our defense and our rebounding and look after the ball, stop turning it over.
All right, mate. Good luck for it.
Thanks.
Lindsay Tate, courtside as well. Back to you, mate.
Half-time, it's the Southland Sharks leading the Rangers 57 to 45. We now take a look at some highlights from the Saints versus the Rangers and also the Rangers versus the Canterbury Rams.
Going to go into the post with Ngatai.
Oh, big dunk to start the game.
Hey, this boy can shoot. Nice handles, very strong. Oh, nice ball.
Little drop
Boom.
off, big dunk. Scott coming through the lane off.
Here's Leon. Go for gold, Leon. Oh, nice pass to Majuk.
Now he is a gun, able to shoot the three. Comes off the bench and just adds a scoring punch. LJ Peak throwing it down with the right hand.
Bruce giving him the rock and letting him initiate plays. Lovely back.
Oh, lovely lob pass.
ISO for Scott. Oh, great cut. Clayton
Cut.
Wilson.
Get it out of here, Shea Illy.
That part of the world in Hawaii.
LJ Peak going baseline, gets at the rim by Marcel Jones. Get it out of here, young fella.
Shooters working along baseline, looking to get free. There's Marcel Jones inside. Beautiful high-low. Saints, another steal. They're stifling with the D at the moment.
Oh!
Ngatai on Scott.
Big air one dunk. Jordan Nutt.
Marcel pulling.
Bang! There we go.
That's going to feel good.
Just got to find that man a nice rhythm. Marcel Jones in the corner.
He won't turn that down. Yeah. Taylor Britt, no stranger to the big scene, though. He won't be too...
It seems so easy.
Dylan Boucher playing big minutes here in his first quarter.
We're going to find Mike Max to inside. Number 4. Whoa! Julian Williams, Washburn.
Nice footwork there.
He spots up again. Whoa!
Why do teams come into Trust Arena and they put up big numbers? Really in the first half alone.
LT gets it. Marcel top. Yes, for 3.
I like
Kicks it out to LT. You know what time it is when LT gets it. It's showtime. LT for an easy 2 o'clock run. Card Rangers is like, you don't have Clay Wilson out there to launch that 3 ball to help him out. It's coming up short. And that was an easy 2 points.
I think they're really missing Clay Wilson too. I mean, obviously, anyone, especially when he dropped the ball.
Ooh, kicks it back out. Ooh, bad pass.
There we showtime.
Ooh, easy 2 points for Julian Williams Washburn.
Yeah, we're back up to a 9-point lead there, AB.
They got to execute those sets a little bit faster now. Take those shots when they see it. But it's a good selection when you leave it in LT hands. Kicks out to Marcel. Marcel Jones spins around. He finds 2.
Authentic New York pizza.
Hi guys, Tom Abercrombie from the Tall Blacks here. I bet you didn't know, but the TAB are big funders of basketball in New Zealand, and Mark's here with a cool new offer.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting for basketball fans out there. If you haven't got a TAB account, download the app and use the promo code BBALL20. Do a $20 deposit, we'll match it, so your balance will be 40 plus. We give Basketball New Zealand $20 as well. Pretty good offer.
So if a new customer signs up, they get a $20 bonus, plus Basketball New Zealand gets $20 as well.
That's right, Alex. It's a pretty good deal. Do remember, BBALL20 in the promo code when you download the app and put in an account. Enjoy it, have fun. Basketball's a great game.
Well, we're back here in Invercargill, where the opening half has obviously been the curtain raiser for the mini ball game that you can see out on court. James Hunter's checking himself into that game as well too for Windsor North, who you can see bringing the ball down court now. Up against St Patrick's, two local primary schools, all good stuff here in Invercargill. And actually that's a good finish. And that's full time. What a match. I'm not quite sure how it finished, but in any case, the score that matters, I guess, is 57-45, which is the SIT Zero Fee Southland Sharks leading the Two Cheap Cars Super City Rangers at half-time. And really it was just the back half of that second quarter which told the story. In fact, the Sharks went on a 17-6 run over that last 4.5 minutes. Rangers, of course, themselves had actually got themselves out in front of the in the contest. But ultimately, it's a 12-point deficit for the visiting side at half-time. And Dan Peck, who's alongside me in commentary here this evening, I don't know if that's a fair reflection, actually, of how that first half went. A score that blew out a little bit like that towards the end of that half.
Yeah, well, Sharks starters came back in and set the tone. They've done a great job to close out that second quarter. Up until then, Rangers were getting what they wanted. And showed by their shooting statistics, they are shooting the ball well, 48% from the field and shooting 5 for 10 from the three-point line. One glaring stat that stands out for me, the rebound count, which was always going to be a tough ask. Currently Sharks leading that 26 rebounds to 18.
Well, we have a look at some of the leading scorers in that first 20 minutes. So there you can see Orlando Coleman lit that second quarter up. So he's has 18. Marcel Jones leading for the Rangers with 12. Sharks again, though, doing it a little bit by committee with Weeks, Morgan, and then Pledger and Aston all in action. And then you can get an idea if we have a look at the leading rebounds as well. And you can see what a two-way player Connor Morgan is. There he is leading with 6. Dominic Kalman-Poto as well. He's been one of the best for and very active from the Rangers point of view as well, isn't he? He's got half a dozen. And also Devon Scott. You can see him there with 4 rebounds as well. Started like a train on fire, but has cooled off a little. We didn't see as much of him in that second quarter as well. So I guess in those respective camps, what do you reckon the conversations would have been, Dan? I guess Judd Flavel would have been happier than he would have been had the half finished 5 minutes earlier.
Yeah, well, Sharks will want to build on the way that they closed out that second quarter, stay physical, dominate the boards, and tidy up that defensive end. Certainly getting back in transition is a key for the Sharks here going forward. And Rangers, they're going to need to tidy up the defensive end, which has been their Achilles heel all season. And they're going to want to continue to get out in transition, and I think they're going to want to get Marcel Jones a few more looks here in this third quarter, see if he can spark this Rangers unit into a bit of a scoring streak.
Yeah, funny old game it's been. There's been action aplenty, as you can see with the scoreline like that. So what have we had? Do the maths, 102 points in the half. So, it's been action aplenty. But in some respects, a bit of a scrappy one as well. Anyway, Sharks won't mind. We've got a minute to play, and there's only 4 Rangers players who are out here, so I'm not quite sure how the second half is going to go. With a minute left in the half-time break.
The short Rangers bench getting as much rest as they can out of this half-time break.
Yeah. Oh, there's a few more starting to make an appearance. That's good stuff.
Another thing to be wary of, Nick, 13 second chance points for the Sharks in that first half. Again, rebounding is a strength for them. Tough to rebound at times out of the zone that the Rangers are in, so keeping those big bodies from the Sharks off the glass and being able to clear the boards will be key here for the Rangers.
So the home side with a 12-point buffer, and you can see there in the Rangers huddle, getting themselves set now for the start of this second half. The Sal's National Basketball League streaming live at nznbl.basketball via the TAB and also Maori Television as well. And of course across the NBL Facebook page as well. So no excuse for not taking in a bit of NBL action on your Thursday night. And let's see if the Rangers can stick at it. Trail by 12. They trailed early as well in this game, but then came back to make up an 11-point deficit to actually take the lead in that second quarter. Before, as we say, on the back of Orlando Coleman getting hot down the stretch of that second quarter to find themselves now down by 57 to 45. Pledger's going to go to work inside, and it's going to be Coleman, and oh, he misses from close range. And so the crowd have to stay on their feet. Here's Scott working it inside to Kelman Poto. Nice feed and nice finish.
Nice action for the Rangers. Kelman Poto able to get onto that left hand. Really good finisher with his left hand as well. Nice start for the Rangers.
Now Pledger kicks it out. Weeks gets rid of Ali. Now Connor Morgan, who's going to fire away. Won't go. And falls into the hands of Marcel Jones. Jones working on Morgan. Floats it up. Can't get it to drop. Pledger will chalk up yet another rebound. And now Tarangi. Morgan's going to fire away once more. And this time, no problem.
Connor Morgan, another wide open look from the top. He would have been disappointed to miss that first one. He couldn't wait to get that second one up. Nothing but net.
And when he gets going, he gets going. He scored 19 and a quarter up against the Nelson Giants in what was ultimately a losing effort for the Sharks. That one cannons off the back of Weeks' legs. Ali's going to have a look as well too, and answers in kind. Junior Ali for three.
Breakdown there from the Sharks, leaving Ali wide open, and the Rangers able to knock some threes down.
Here's Weeks to the rack. Won't drop. Pledger's going to get up and grab that one though. Pulls it down, and his won't go either. Off the hands and out of court, off the Rangers. And it's going to be Sharks ball.
More offensive rebounds for the Sharks. Rangers don't want to try and get into a jumping contest with these guys. Got to put a body on, get them off the boards.
Now Tarangi for a look. They look good out of the hand.
Welcome signs there for the Southland Sharks as Tarangi able to get a clean look, capable shooter, and knock down his first three-point shot of the game.
So that lead out to 13 again at 63 to 50. Tate going to work on Coleman. Now here goes Scott, looking to find a way past Pledger and Tarangi. Not easy, but he's done an effective job there to draw the contact.
Yeah, he's a physical player, Nick. He enjoys the contact, able to get close to the rim, he likes to get that bump, and again, trying to foul and able to get himself to the line for two.
All right, Sharks fans, let's keep this momentum up. We've got the cheeseburger locked in. This is all for pride of the Deep South. Sharks fans!
First foul on Alex Pledger. Scott gets a nice friendly roll.
Make some noise! DJ Matt Murray, number 22 line, Devin Scott.
The team doing their best to try and pump up this Shark Tank crowd here in Invercargill. And Scott is 2 from 2 from the line. Just a little flat coming out of the half-time break. Hard when your side's got a decent-sized lead to get right into it.
And
Now they get going.
Rangers choosing to stay in the zone here as Pledger comes off the rim, and another offensive rebound for Orlando Coleman.
Yeah, actually Pledger did well to grab that one. He wasn't expecting it. Weeks has got an acre of space here, and can't get it to drop. Here's another offensive rebound for Coleman. And he's going to have a crack at the rack and fires it up. Won't go. Pledger's couldn't get the tip in to go, but he's able to come up with it again as well too, and they're just feasting at the moment on the offensive boards, the Sharks. So Weeks to inbound it to Tarangi. Back to Weeks again. He's got eyes for the basket. In fact, he finds Pledger, and he gets it to drop. Big Alex Pledger. And draws the foul.
Great drive, Jared Weeks, able to draw the defender in, dump it off to Pledger, protected the ball with the rim and finishing on the weak side. But again, Nick, it's easy stuff for the Sharks, able to get right in the lane. If they're not scoring, they're able to crash the boards and get second looks. A lot of work to do here for the Rangers as Pledger hits the and one there.
So biggest lead of the night for the Sharks. It's out to 14 now at 66 to 52, and that one's not going to help either. Out of court, a breakdown between Junior Ali and Kalman Poto. So it'll be Sharks ball with Morgan to inbound it and Weeks to bring it down court. 3 minutes into this third quarter. Here goes Morgan again. Likes it.
Nick, one pass, shot wide open. Connor Morgan again. He's just hit one from the top of the three, knocks another one down. A good look.
Now Lindsay Tate back to Kalman Poto. Tate again. Hands up from Morgan. And now Lindsay Tate, he had a look towards the basket, drives on Morgan. Nice feed from Tate to Kalman Poto, who gets the finish.
And that's what Lindsay does best, Nick. Able to create for others, get into the seams. As Morgan lets another one go from the top, it comes off.
There's Morgan's feed into Pledger, and it goes from Alex Pledger.
Another nice patient finish there from Pledger at the rim. He's got a nice touch, able to flip it home.
Up it goes from Ali, and he gets it to go as well. So he's starting to rack him up as Junior Ali. It's 15.
Well, he's been impressive.
Yeah.
Nick is Junior Ali, not shying away from this challenge at all. Aggressive on offense, looking for his shots.
Away come the Rangers. Marcel Jones working on Connor Morgan. So you got Pledger, who's a rebound away from a double-double. Coleman, who's a couple of rebounds away. Morgan, who's 4 rebounds away. So there's the first foul is called on Connor Morgan.
Oh, again, Nick, it's being done by committee by the Sharks. Such a great spread across all statistics. They come out in their zone again, out of the baseline, out of bounds, and Jones's jump shot comes off.
Tarangi comes up with the rebound, and now Weeks setting the play. He's going to find Coleman again. And breakdown there as Pledger was cutting to the basket. And away through Devon Scott come the Rangers. Ali, one dribble. Won't go. Tarangi again, another rebound. And here comes Coleman. What's he got? Passed Scott and lays it in.
That's what he likes to get to, Nick. Orlando Coleman loves the open floor. He's a good athlete. He can sprint the floor and coming down at 100% there in speed. Change direction and get to the rim. It's tough cover for the Rangers as Marcel Jones comes up short on the pull-up.
And substitutes for the Sharks, Jerome Rokawa and
Pledger
James Hunter.
and Jared Weeks to the bench. Hunter and Rokawa into the game for the Sharks. Ali and Scott to take a seat for the Rangers. With Boucher and Green checking into the game. Here goes Haku, stepping towards the basket, can't get it to go. Boucher on the follow.
Always in the right spot as Dylan Boucher, able to follow that one home. And you see now some of the bench come in for the Sharks as Orlando Coleman again gets to the rim and finishes.
And he's starting to cut loose now. He's got 22. Game high. And that's with 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. So it could end up in anything. Have to start reaching for the old record book soon if we're not careful. Tate on Rokawa. And it's well defended, and that's actually going to be on the Rangers. So it'll be Sharks ball.
Marcel Jones there just starting to get a little frustrated with Connor Morgan. Luxury for the Sharks to be able to put someone like Connor Morgan on Marcel, keep the big at home. And he is a tall, athletic player, Connor Morgan, physical, and doing a great job so far from what I can see on Marcel.
Rokawa, look at that. Feed to Hunter. Boucher might have got a piece of that. And regardless, it's the Rangers who come away with it. Haku away to Tate. And tapped away by Morgan, but back into the hands of Lindsay Tate. Now Jones. That's off Tarangi and out of court, so it'll remain Rangers ball. Finish from Marcel Jones, and he'll have the chance to add a third.
Sloppy out of bounds, set defensively there for the Sharks, giving up an open cut. Marcel took the bump, able to finish the contact, and one.
So 15 the lead in this period, really. It's a classic situation where the game goes one of two ways here. At the moment, it suggests that the Rangers will swing back into it like they did in that second quarter.
Well, you said it, Nick. It is danger signs here. And I guess the job for this Sharks bench that are coming in now is to keep the pedal down and continue to build this run.
Well, that's your favourite stat, mate. Another offensive board. Here's Rokawa pulling up. Well defended by Lindsay Tate. He's able to kick it out to Tarangi. And now the lead jumps to 18. That's 78 to 60. And you don't want to say the fight's going out of the Rangers, but you do feel that it's leaking pretty fast. Here's Jones. Turn around, won't drop. Coleman with yet another board. Now Morgan. Arms up far side from Tarangi. And that'll be a foul called on Dylan Boucher. Nice guy, put the arm up in the air straight away.
Sharks just starting to knuckle down a little here on the defensive end. Bring a little bit of physicality to the game. Take those one-on-one matchups a little bit more personally. And they're starting to slow this Rangers onslaught down a little bit. And good signs here for the Sharks defensively.
So Connor Morgan, and just a tick under 21 minutes of work, 15 points, now 16, 7 rebounds and 4 assists. Can't get the second one to go. And Jones feeds it away to Tate. Ali's back on court. And that one's not going to go. Into the hands of Ruben Tarangi, and we're off to the races again. Rokawa. No good. Lead stays at 19. There goes Tate again. Oh, blocked by James Hunter.
James Teddy Hunter.
Rokawa does well to regather. Here goes Morgan. Loses the handle, but was contacted on the way. So that'll be the foul called on the Rangers. And Connor Morgan will take another trip to the line.
Great move down the other end there by the veteran Lindsay Tate. Able to get the defender in the air on the up fake. But even better help side there, James Hunter protecting the rim. Great block.
Both of them dropped from Morgan, and he's earned enough to have a bit of a seat as Vodanovic checks in.
Jared Weeks and Tom Vodanovic.
And Jared Weeks also back into the game for the Sharks. So they're not buttoning off any, even though that leads now out to 21 points.
And the Sharks falling back into their 1-3-1 zone right now, seeing if they can disrupt the Rangers as they clear the board and get off in transition.
Oh, Weeks stopped and started again. For a horrible moment there, I could see a knee or something going. As Hunter, look at the turnaround. He can't get it to drop though, and Boucher does well to get the hand in front of James Hunter. And now it's in the hands of Tate. Back to Anahaku, and Luke Aston will draw the foul. We got just, as you can see, under a minute and a half left in this third quarter. It's the second personal for Luke Aston.
29 left on the ball tonight in the third quarter. Double short, alrighty, Sharks fans.
No major foul issues. Marcel Jones has 3 on him. Ruben Tarangi has 3 as well for the Sharks, as Haku makes his first.
And Haku, former Shark, good player for Jeff Green to be able to pull off his bench. He's very active and brings a lot of intensity to this Rangers outfit as he knocks the second one down from the stripe.
There's Aston, catch and shoot.
There you get a look, Nick, at the quick trigger of Luke Aston. Ball's just in his hands and it's up straight away. Quick trigger from the 3, and the streaky shooter knocks one down from the corner.
And Jones off the side of the backboard, and here we go. Look out, we've got the Towel boys having to scramble out of the way there because Weeks was coming at a rate of knots. Now Tarangi to Aston. Gives it up to Hunter. He gets hit, but no whistle. And away come the Rangers through Anahaku. Oh, bit of a tangle there between Boucher and Vodanovic.
Tom Vodanovic and Dylan Boucher keeping friendly out there in the middle.
Dylan Boucher, the master of being able to draw those ticky-tack fouls. That time able to hook his arm around Tom Vodanovic and draw a foul. Nick, one thing I've been impressed with has been the decision-making of Jared Weeks. Just watching him in transition coming down, able to make good decisions. If it's a shaky play, pull it out. Able to find the right guys in transition for shots. He has really come such a long way in his time in the Australian NBL, and now lucky that we're able to see it here in the New Zealand NBL. And of course, the newly signed breaker as Dylan Boucher knocks down the second free throw.
Yeah, well, it's given that, of course, he's a member of the Breakers for, he signed for 3 years, I think, and he's got rid of his general manager there, Boucher, and put him on the ground.
And another offensive board, Nick, this time Luke Aston. And he's a long athlete and capable rebounder too, so just the size of the Sharks this year. A lot of length at the rim and rebounding again. A strong issue.
No, there's Hunter again getting another piece of it. He has been a pest down that end, hasn't he, James Hunter? Tonight, closing seconds of the third quarter. Sharks ahead by 22. And what's Weeks got? Oh, he loses it, and that'll do us. So that won't make the highlights reel, really, for Jared Weeks. And you can see he's trying to hide the head in the singlet there as we reach three-quarter time here in Invercargill. But nothing too much to groan about there for the SIT Zero Fees Southland Sharks as they've taken control of this one. And at 86 to 64. They've been pretty consistent. 29 in the quarter there, 25 in the second, 32 in the first. So, yeah, we've got another big score coming the way of the home side here. So, after 3/4 of the game, Orlando Coleman leading all scorers with 22. Connor Morgan's got 18. And Alex Pledger in double figures as well with 10. Dominique Calvin-Poto and Junior Ale with 15 apiece for the Rangers, 14 to Marcel Jones. Fletcher one board away from that double. Here's 9, as does Orlando Coleman. Marcel Jones with 7 for the Rangers, and Jared Weeks and Lindsay Tate both with half a dozen assists apiece. And this one, again, Dan, that stat that you brought up at half-time, that rebound stat, 46-28. The Sharks out rebounding the Rangers. And those second chance points now have really blown out again. Have a look at that stat, 26-9. Well, Sharks ahead with second chance points, so that there is pretty much the margin.
Well, it's been huge, Nick, and those are 2 areas the Rangers really needed to clean up, and Sharks actually able to build on both of those statistics, rebounding the ball more in the third quarter, and second chance points everywhere across the board. And now you're starting to see a Rangers team a little deflated after a great quarter from the Sharks in the third. So interesting to see how they come out here in this fourth. Tough hill to climb here to be able to get back into this one.
Yeah, well, mission accomplished here for the local side to date. And again, they'll be wanting to keep the standards up, as we say. Start doing some consultation in terms of the Sal's MVP. She's probably going to say where's Orange tonight. So that one to be handed out at full time as well as we get underway in the fourth quarter here in Invercargill. And I'll tell you what, if Ali continues to catch fire, you never know, he might start to come into calculations as well. So that's another 3 ball, and there goes Hunter with a quick reply. Now, I suspect we're going to see plenty of up and down in this fourth quarter. Boucher gets one to go off the rim, and away come the Sharks again. It's Tom Vodanovic. He's going to drive and only find the side of the backboard. So end to end we go. Boucher can't get the put back to drop, and you can see Judd Flavel's just saying play on, let's go.
A sloppy start here, Nick, to the start of this fourth. Both sides, you want to be able to keep your standards high here, and tough one as Weeks comes up with the air ball.
So I can't see us cutting too many of this opening minute and a half up for the highlights package. Goes the Rangers, and Ali pulling up and getting it to drop.
And he is handy, Nick. That's a nice step back jump shot there, able to get plenty of separation from Luke Aston to get that clean look off.
So those busy hands of Dylan Boucher looking to disrupt Jared Weeks. Vodanovic with a corner 3. And Hunter having about 4 goes at it, and eventually it's going to fall into the hands of Lindsay Tate. And Devon Scott is going to finish. And Judd Flavel's not that impressed.
Well, there you see a very suitable timeout from Judd Flavel there. That is a sloppy start to the fourth quarter for the Sharks, and the last thing you want to do is give this very capable Rangers side a good timeout, and they need to address that start. That is not what the Sharks want to come out like.
So, of course, the Sharks in the middle of this home run of theirs, the intricacies of the Sal's NBL draw for the home side. 4 games away with the first 2 weeks of the competition. And now they're in the middle of the 7-game stretch at home. As we say, they've had 2 30-point victories over the Jets and the Hawks over the last couple of weeks. Got, of course, tonight's clash up against the Rangers. Next up for the home side is the Taranaki Mountaineers next Friday night of Queen's birthday weekend. Then they get the Jets, Rams and Saints. Before, of course, then we break the NBL for a a week with the international window, which comes into play, of course. Tall Blacks finishing off their FIBA World Cup qualifying campaign for 2018 with their matches here in NZ. And then the Sharks hit the road again. So they want to make the most of this home stretch, don't they? And it's always, of course, I guess, been something that they've had in their armoury, this fortress, you know, at ILT Stadium South in Invercargill. Tough to beat down here, so you don't want to give them any up if you can.
Well, it's a tough place to come and play for sure, Nick. Certainly a couple of double flights for a lot of sides to get here as Vodanovic has a roll out at another O board.
Hunter, as Vodanovic getting smacked across the chin on that one.
When we speak about the edge that Tom Vodanovic brings to the Sharks lineup, I just like the motor that he has, Nick. Heavy work rate. He does not mind mixing it up with anybody on the opposition. There you see, battling away around the basket and able to draw a foul.
Can't hit the first. Right, we need to do some calculations for MVP. Dan, what do you think? You have a bit of a nosy over the box score there. As Vodanovic gets the second one to drop. And the Sharks back out to 18. There's that man again, and up goes Devon Scott back in the ball game with the tip in.
Another clean look for Junior Ali out of the zone there, but nice follow, Devon Scott tipping it home.
So now down to 16. That lead. Rangers will just want to try and keep chipping away here. There's Rokawa, and there's the finish from James Hunter.
Nick, that half looked like a pass from Derone. I'm sure the presence of mind for an alley-oop of the backboard was not the case, but again, James Hunter following up for another board and finish as Junior Ali shoots it long off the back rim.
Weeks cross court to Aston, catch and shoot. And away comes Green with the rebound. Plays it off to Tate, and he's got Weeks and Rokawa all over him. And foul called.
And we spoke of Lindsay Tate's ability in transition. There you see him able to come at you full sprint and slow his steps down, go into a Euro step. He's a big guard, tough to stop once he gets on the rim and able to draw a foul.
Next week, the Taranaki Mountaineers, next Friday, June the 1st, 7 p.m. Geelong.
Also, Nick, Lindsay Tate's last season here in the New Zealand NBL, he has been a legend of the game here as the second one comes out. And former breaker, former NZ NBL champion, and certainly big role model for the people from his hometown in West Auckland, and possibly last chance that the Sharks fans will get to see Lindsay Tate playing here in this arena. So what an honour to be able to watch Lindsay play on this floor for what might be his last game in the Shark team.
And again, at whatever age it is now, and probably doing him a disservice by trying to come up with it accurately, but leading the league from an assist point of view, and he's got another 7 to add to the tally tonight as well for a Rangers side that is, again, I guess, shown in patches what they're capable of. As Coleman loses the handle out of court, and it'll be Rangers ball. You know, they gave us enough in that first half to say at some stage they're going to come up with a one or two, you know, over the course of the season that could still have quite a bearing on proceedings in terms of this league. As again, here's one that's very untidy, and Kelman Poto, who's had a good game generally, can't come up with the finish. And here goes Tate dishing it off. And Scott this time does get the finish. So 15 points now, that lead for the Sharks. And here goes Weeks, kicking it out. Coleman. Yes, gets it to drop. And there you go, 3 more to Orlando Coleman. So he's got 25. And there goes Devon Scott. And if you can pick up just there to the left of the screen, Judd Flavel's got the hands wide, going, what's going on here? Certainly prides themselves on defence. Won't be happy, I don't think, with the way this evening's gone in that regard.
Well, we spoke about it at the start. Nick, tough to come off your best performance of the season and still hold yourself to their high standard. The Sharks, certainly in their last game, were able to really improve on the defensive end and fix some of those rotations that have been plaguing them for the start of this season. And now you're just starting to see some bad habits creep in. And Judd, really good job of identifying their timeouts and making sure that he addresses those things with this team. Championships are built on habits, and these are things that the Sharks need to be able to build on and build that consistency as they work towards their ultimate goal.
5:24 left of regular time here in ILT Stadium, Southland, 94-78.
So 5:24 to play in this opener for week 5 of the Sal's NBL. The Sharks with their starting 5 still out there as that Pledger can't get it to drop through the hands of Jones. And now Kalman Poto going to work, and that is out of court with Alex Pledger.
He's got some nice moves in the post, Nick. Kalman Poto going over that shoulder there as Marcel Jones gets an easy one at the rim. Tough, you can't teach size. Pledger, 7'1", defending those moves. Very capable of getting a piece as he did.
And here he is again with the ball in hand. And we've got an offensive foul on the Sharks.
Good energy out of the timeout for the Rangers. They feel they have a sniff here.
Well, I tell you, that lead keeps ticking down. 14 it is now. Bring it back to 11 or 12 here. Scott inbounded it. Weeks for a moment thought he might have had a sniff at it. And here comes Lindsay Tate. So hold your tickets just yet. You'd have to say, a bit of a lackadaisical start to the 4th, and here goes Scott again driving the baseline, and foul called there on Alex Pledger. So Devon Scott will go to the line here to close that up even further.
Great take, and again, he wants the contact. Does Devon Scott able to get a shoulder past Pledger and take the bump and get himself on the line, which the Rangers have done fairly well tonight.
Scott hits his first, and that margin keeps ticking down. 13 now.
Sharks fans. Sharks ball.
So let's see, the Sharks have had a chance to talk it over. What have they got in terms of their offensive set? Here's Tarangi kicking it out to Coleman with all the time in the world. And Orlando Coleman putting a bit of an exclamation point on, without any breaking news, an MVP type performance. That one gets away from Devon Scott into the hands of Tarangi. Weeks stops on a dime, gets it to drop. And now Devon Scott, oh, and here's Weeks getting back as well on defence. And there's all sorts of carry on down there in the corporate areas. And what about Jared Weeks? Look, you're draining a 3 at one end and then getting back on defence as well to stop Devon Scott.
Well, there you see the speed. Nick shooting the three, and Devon Scott leaked out. Weeks way out of the play, able to get himself back in there, and he's not happy with that call either. He thought he got a good piece of the basketball there on a strip as Scott goes to the line for 2 more foul shots.
So 100 up already for the Sharks with a little under 4 minutes to play.
Very encouraging sign here for the Sharks as Orlando Coleman's perimeter shooting tonight has been outstanding. Hasn't been scouted as a shooter in particular, good athlete, but tonight showing us the ability to be able to knock shots down both mid-range and spotting up from the three-point line.
And he leads all scorers with 28 here tonight. So Morgan going to work. Tate all over him. Weeks on Green. And away goes Jared Weeks. Scott did a good job to go straight up. Weeks comes back with it. Gets away from Boucher. And Boucher gets the hand to knock it into the hands of Lindsay Tate. Marcel Jones is going to pull up. Front of the rim. And it's going to be Sharks ball.
Good look for Marcel Jones. Really needed that one to go down for the Rangers as it's just crept out to an 18-point margin now for the Sharks over the Rangers.
2 adults and 2 children for just $50 here, and those will be up for grabs for the McDonald's.
Third foul on
McDonald's burgers from 2 from the line. Already Sharks
Alex Pledges. So I'll be interested to see if Coach Flevel goes to that deep bench. We haven't seen too much outside of that 8 or 9 man. We'll see if he goes a bit deeper in this last 3 minutes.
Well, again, Nick, you've seen the lapses at times for the Sharks tonight, and I'm sure being up 20 at that point there in the third, Juddy would have been thinking be a good chance to play some of these younger guys, but not able to get them out when they were up. And good fight back from the Rangers. Now a tall ask though, down 17 with 3 minutes to go.
So Coleman comes up with the board, and away come the Sharks now as we close out this game. And Morgan with a feed from Jared Weeks.
Another pinpoint pass there from Weeks and a good back cut from Morgan on the lob. Good finish.
Green pulls up. Oh, there's another rebound for Connor Morgan as well. So he is, as we said earlier, stuffing that stat sheet. And the Sharks certainly are going to, they've got their starting 5 out there now. And here goes Morgan again. Oh, Scott came from nowhere. And I think gave a little bit of a lip as well, too, on the way past. Boy, what a splash play that was. As Ruben Tarangi comes up with it down the other end. Oh, the game's coming to life in this last 2.5 minutes. Pledger hands it off to Weeks. Now Tarangi. Morgan. It's past Boucher and then gets it to go nicely off the glass. Got that touch too, hadn't he?
Oh, the skill set of Connor Morgan. Seeing him handle the ball in the backcourt and that time taking a baseline, able to hang in the air and finish nicely.
Goes from Boucher to Marcel Jones, and away comes Coleman. Now Orlando Coleman, what can he put on? Up he goes, and Devon Scott got a piece of him too as he cannons into the place of the post. And now we are going to see some changes with the lead out now to 21 with 1:46 left. Andrew Wheeler, Aiden Aoki, and it's a Sharks debut for Tinashe Matabananzo.
Orlando Coleman just pulling up a bit gingerly there. Last thing you want to see at this stage of the game is one of your starters getting an injury. Seems to be okay as he steps to the line to shoot 2.
makes the first, so he gets within a free throw of 30 for the evening. And it's going to be Sharks ball as well too. It's off the Rangers and out of court. As Aoki now comes into the game, as does James Hunter, with Alex Pledger taking a seat.
Tonight, St. Patrick's School, Invercargill Middle School and Windsor North School. Great to have you as part of the fun and action here tonight in Sharks basketball. Don't forget, Sharks fans, if you can, please donate.
So first touch for Mata Bernardo, and he's going to drive to the rim. Oh, and he can't get the finish that he was looking for. As Ali brings it down court. And foot out of court for the Rangers.
Great, Nick, to see Mata Bernardo get this opportunity to play. Made his way down here from Auckland to have a crack at making this Sharks squad. He's got a good work rate. He's brought a lot to the training environment and being rewarded now with some minutes here at the NBL level.
Yeah, fascinating story too. Zimbabwean born, but one of the nicest blokes you'll meet too. I'll give you the tip. There's Hunter across to Mata Bernardo. And let's see what he can come up with. That's the floater, and again it won't drop, which is a shame. So inside the last minute, as the lead is 22. And old truck court side as that one goes out of court, and it's going to be Sharks ball. We'll get some after-match comment down court side, including ourselves MVP. Over to you, Dan.
Thank you so much. Thank you once again to Windsor North. Thank you once again to St. Patrick's.
Some confusion here about the call. It looked as though Mata Bernardo tipped it out. And Rangers just trying to negotiate that call and get it back.
Anything you can donate would be much appreciated here tonight.
And a sloppy turnover from the Rangers on the inbounds there. His position goes back over to the Sharks. 46 seconds to go here. Sharks up 105-83. Local player now, Andrew Wheeler, inbounding the ball. As the Sharks look to close out this third win in a row at home.
The Grandmaster, Dylan Belcher.
As NBL legend Dylan Belcher lays one home in transition for the Rangers. Tinashe Mata Bernardo from the 45 knocks down his first ever NBL bucket for three. Great moment there for Tinashe. Haku Euros and finishes at the rim.
Alright, Sharks fans, there you have it. Your SRTs, Fairfax South the Sharks coming out with over the ton. Here tonight,
As Haku attacks in transition, buzzer goes, and the Sharks close out the Rangers 108-87. Southland Sharks win their third in a row at home.
Thank you also to our Sharks dancers and all the wonderful sponsors. We'll see you back next Friday.
And they now advance to 5-2 on the season.
Thank you also to our friends at House of Travel Lakers.
Good fight at times from the Rangers. Open game. A lot of transition. And again, Rangers certainly a capable team of upsetting some teams in this league. With a tough ask tonight against the Southland Sharks lineup. We were able to dominate the rebounds and were efficient on the offensive end with 108 points. And as we say, advanced to 5-2 on the season.
That's right, if you're a player.
This game for the Southland Sharks is next Friday night, June the 1st, up against the Taranaki Mountaineers. We now cross over to Nick Jeffries, who has our player of the match, Orlando Coleman, courtside.
Well, Dan, I've got the Sal's MVP, as we can see here, and it looks pretty good on him, doesn't it? Orlando Coleman, an outstanding effort, 29 points, 10 rebounds, mate. You stuffed that stat sheet, no doubt about that.
I just try to play hard for my team. My team needed me to play hard and really pick it up on the defensive end, so that's just what I try to do, just play hard every possession.
Are you happy with it from a defensive point of view? Because I think probably Coach Flevel had a few coarse words for you at some time during that game, eh?
Yeah, he did. I just got to pick it up, but I'm really known for my defense, so I'm really disappointed in that end. I had a good offensive night, but I got to go back to the drawing board for the defense.
Another good win, though, so, I mean, it's mission accomplished from the team point of view. You got to feel that you're building quite nicely, especially with this home run that you've enjoying at the moment.
Yeah, these home games giving us opportunity to come together, put some fans in the stands, you know what I'm saying? And more games home, it gives us an opportunity just to gel together, because that's what you need when you go on the road. We're gonna need the whole team when we go on the road, and we got 5 more games, so the fans come out and support us, and I think we can put some more wins together.
And you're enjoying it? I mean, talk us through this experience, first time obviously to New Zealand from in early stages of your professional career. I mean, is it what you were expecting coming?
Yeah, people always told me it was a beautiful country. So since the first day I got here, it was the most beautiful country that I've been in. So it's all what I expected. I like the town. It's small, but the community is good and supportive, and I like that.
You keep up the good work, mate. Enjoyed it out there, and I look forward to seeing you in action next Friday.
All right, man. Thank you.
There you go, Orlando Coleman, the Sal's MVP. Great performance, no question about that. He might bring Judd Flevel in, actually. Well, we've got the chance here, the coach of the SIT Zero Fees Southland Sharks. What's your rating in terms of that performance?
Oh, it's a tough one because, we've been facing teams that get up and play us man-to-man a lot, and Rangers did a good job. They're short-handed tonight with with Wilson being out, and they're probably, they've got another game coming up, so they sat in the zone, and, they kind of the zone, although we have offenses against it, it got us on the back foot, and I think it took us too long to really find our attack mode, and but once we did, we saw that, we dominated the rebounding from, I think, the second quarter onwards, and just trying to get guys confident to take their shot. It doesn't matter what defense is out there. So, good job by the Rangers, but it was good for us to actually get that practice against their zone. So we haven't gone through that too much in the recent games or even in practice.
So what's your feeling? I mean, we talked before the game, you don't necessarily want to take backward steps in a season. You were coming off that outstanding performance against the Hawks as well. Do you feel it was another step in the right direction tonight?
I think it was a different, talked a lot about the zone, and I think that for the most part, we struggled against it, but it was great. Like I said to the guys, this is good for us. We get plenty of practice against the 2-3 zone, and we haven't faced that yet. So, we'll be better prepared for next one, and, so at the end of the day, look, I'm happy that we were able to find our mojo, so to speak, and just stay into attack mode.
And we just spoke with Orlando. Good to see him finding the range from the field as well, eh?
Yeah, I thought he was just great, being busy all night, slashing behind the zone, getting his hands on the O boards, and then, I think he does that, then the shots, then the confidence grows, gets to the foul line, and then he starts knocking down the shots. So, I thought he was good, tonight, for the most part, and exactly what we needed against that zone.
Decent break now, 8 days until your next one up against Taranaki next Friday night here, and the Shark Tank as well. So, what's your thoughts on the week ahead for you and your Chargers?
Yeah, well, we had the last 2 weeks have been a lot of practices, and so they get the weekend off and then come back in with a new.
Boys will hate that.
Yeah. Just back to the practice court on Monday and start prepping for Taranaki, who, once again, everybody brings their own different looks and challenges, and so we'll be better prepared for next time, whether it's zone or man-to-man. So, that's good for us.
Good stuff, mate. Well done.
Thank you.
There you go, Judd Flevel, courtside with us here at ILT Stadium, Southland. So 108-87 is how it finished, Dan. And yeah, I guess is I don't know how whether you'd say he's fully happy, but it's another win on the bank, and that's what you want to do, obviously, with this home stretch. Just keep banking those home wins, and they did just that. And so now we, I guess, look forward to what should be a very interesting rest of the weekend as well for the Sal's NBL here in Week 5.
Well, as we look to wrap up here, it's the Sharks closing out the Rangers 108-87. The Sharks putting their hand up in this early season as one of the teams to beat, and another impressive victory as they advance to 5-2 on the season. Sharks claiming 60 rebounds tonight and 24 offensive rebounds, dominating the glass and putting away a Rangers side that is hungry for their first win on the season and certainly capable of competing with some of the elite teams. As we take a look here at some of our upcoming games, on Saturday the 26th of May we have the Canterbury Rams taking on the Taranaki Mountaineers. Sunday the 27th of May we have Cygnus Saints taking on the Taylor Hawks. Sunday 27th of May, Two Cheap Cars Rangers taking on the Nelson Giants, and Thursday 31st of May the Two Cheap Cars Rangers taking on the Cygnus Saints. Thanks very much to our sponsors, Sal's Authentic New York Pizza, TAB and Molten Basketball. As we say good night to the Invercargill crowd. Again, the Sharks closing out the Rangers 108-87.